Merry Christmas to everyone. I got a little story. This was just a little quick one. I actually found out about this like 2 days ago. Was it Saturday? It was when I came back home. And it was my little sister. We were in the car because my parents were getting like new phones or something. And
Okay.
they're getting new phones. Dude, tell me why they have a fucking like iPhone like 7. And then they were like, because you don't have T-Mobile.
I have T-Mobile.
But did you have Sprint?
I did have Sprint.
Oh, okay. So everyone's doing the transition or whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we had to do that. So we went and whatever, we were doing all that. I wasn't trying to change my phone or anything like that, but they gave you like a really like, they really encourage this whole like credit thing, because they're like, oh, if you have like this phone, you get like $600 off the like the new one. So it was like a really, really good deal. It was like good incentive for like previous customers.
This is just your parents or your whole family?
Well, we were all up to get like an upgrade, but I don't care. I don't care to have like an upgraded phone because I have the 10, but my parents had like the 7. Tell me why. They had the option between the 11 and the 12, right? And my dad's like, let me get the 12, like just deck it out. He got like the most expensive, like he just had to go all out. And I was just like, okay, yeah, for sure. But yeah, they had to like order them. Anyways, they were doing that, right? And my sister and I, we were in the car, my little sister. And my sister was like, so do you guys remember the story that I told before about my mom seeing like my sister's bong? Do you remember that? Okay, so my sister was saying like, yeah, so my mom found the bong again. I was like, oh, I swear to God. Like, I know you didn't even try to hide it. Like, you just had it out. And yeah, so she was like, I was like, what did she say? And I guess she was saying like, oh, my sister was like saying some shit about how like her anxiety and stuff like that. And my mom was like, oh, well, good thing you have tu agüita con cenizas and the thing in the upstairs or whatever. And whatever, she was implying that like, okay, you smoke and I know that you smoke. And my sister was like, well, I want you to know that I don't smoke nicotine. Like, I don't like smoke cigs, like tobacco, like none of that. Like, that's super nasty. And my mom was like, okay, so like, what is it? Homegirl, you know what this is. And my sister was like, okay, well, I smoke marijuana. I was like, no, you
Oh my God.
Dude, the youngest sibling is the most bold. I looked at her in shock. Anyways, I was like, what did she say? And then she was like, I'm not gonna lie, she said she was disappointed.
Aww.
Yeah. And she
Did
was
she
basically
cry?
nah. But I guess she was saying that like, oh, where did I go wrong, like as a mother or something like that. But I don't think she was like sad, like crying or anything like that. I think she was like, where did I go wrong, you know? But I was like, well, do you think she took it the wrong way? And she was like, I don't think so, but I don't know. And I don't know if she's told my dad yet. And I was like, when did this happen? Like Monday. So this is like very fucking recent. And I was like, damn. Well, at least she knows that she smokes. I don't know if she's like saying,
You're
like,
next.
okay, like I know that you guys smoke. Don't involve me in this. For all they know, I'm the angel.
You're
If
next.
anything, they're like, Jackie made you do this. Like, shut. No, they were always like that. Like, I'm the bad influence. I'm the influencer.
Put the joint in your hand.
Cut this out. Cut the cameras.
Sube el volumen.
Hautbox.
Tiene algo enorme para ti.
Si te ofrecen droga, te van a decir que se siente bien padre, que te vas a reír.
Nah, dude, when I told my mom right away, when like once our conversation was done, she was like, y Pedrito y Jonathan? I'm like, I don't know, like that's their business. I'm not gonna tell you if they smoke. But I think eventually she asked them, like, do you guys do that? And I mean, they already knew, like they knew that they knew, so they weren't gonna lie to her.
True. That would have been a
So-
really bad look.
But I think you're next. I think the next time your mom gets you with some alone time, she's gonna be like,
If I like go home high or some shit, I'd be like, "¿Qué traes?" You
Ya
know what?
sabes.
You know what this is. Funny.
goofy.
Wait, so you're not smoking at all?
No, today's my last day of smoking.
Damn,
So
here
I
you go
start-
then.
Yeah, so tomorrow I start.
Bet.
Taking a month-long tea break because my last 2 edible experiences weren't the best experiences. So,
It was the one you were trying to give me, huh?
oh, low-key, that was one of them. But I just think like edibles and I don't know. I feel like I was smoking just to smoke. You know?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't.
I accidentally
really
ashed
enjoy
this
them.
in my ice cream. I'm pissed. This is actually a really good combo
Dude, I love ice cream after smoking. Oh my god.
because like it's like chill in your throat, you know?
Okay, so I was laying in bed the other day, and I had a thought,
Oh,
and I was like, I wonder
She's
if
a
Jackie
thinker.
feels the same way. But I think I realized that I always thought I lived very optimistically,
optimistically.
but I feel like I have kind of swayed towards living very pessimistically, because
When did you have this thought?
this was like 2 days ago,
Bro.
or even like last night. Are you thinking the same thing?
Dude, yes.
Let me tell you what I was thinking.
Okay.
So I was like, I always expect the worst. And I'll give you like something like work, for example. I wake up expecting the worst at work so that when I do go into work, anything that isn't the worst makes my day better. You know what I mean?
It's like a self-sabotage.
Yeah. And so like if I'm expecting the worst, but like everything that happens isn't the worst, I can't necessarily be that bad of a day, and I'm gonna end up telling myself like, "Oh, that was a pretty good day."
Yeah.
'Cause I was expecting the worst, but I feel like I've been doing that a lot recently with a lot of my day-to-day activities. But like, is that living pessimistically?
I think so.
You think so?
Like you're
Is that
putting yourself
bad?
down.
You think that's bad?
Just to be up a little bit.
Oh my god, I didn't. Wow, I didn't think about it that
Fuck.
way. So what were you thinking then?
I guess not really the same thing, but still like pessimistically. I think it was last Friday that I was home. It was like Friday night. And ew. Yeah, it was like on Friday night and I was just like laying in bed. And at this point I was still at my parents' house and I was gonna go home the next day. So it was my last day there and I was kind of just laying in bed and I was really like pressed. Everything that has to do with like me being at home for too long, I hate it. Like I can't be there that long. With my parents, I love them, but like I have not lived there in years. So we're very different people now. So whatever, I'm chilling in my room and I'm laying down and I'm like replaying these like negative scenarios that haven't even happened over and over and over again. And finally I was like, dude, what the fuck? Like, this has not happened. This probably is never going to happen ever. And you're literally just putting yourself in this bad mood, in this terrible headspace every single day just to make you mad. Like, for what? Like, what do you gain out of this? And I was like, you're wasting away time that you have to be happy. And I was like, let's stop doing this, beloved, because it became a lot. It was very overwhelming and it was almost very addicting. I don't know why, but anyways, that was going on and I was like, dude, I do not want to live this way anymore. I've been chilling since, so
Oh, what's chilling?
like occupying my headspace with other stuff. Like watching a show I like because I realized that like I haven't been watching a lot of TV. Not just because of work, but it's like nah, I'm not feeling it. Or like working on art, like that film, like damn, like I haven't picked up my iPad in like a minute. Like let's come back to that. So it's just stuff like that that I'm like
Doing the
trying to
things you
come
actually
back.
enjoy doing.
Yeah, yeah,
So what was stopping you then? Like those negative thoughts.
yeah. And it was just like a cycle. And I know that that's happened before, where I'm just like, okay, you realized this before and you went back. Like let's. I don't think it's like the solid path that you go down. Like you're obviously gonna have little trips and stuff, but
Yeah.
just making sure that I stay on that like more positive path.
So I have a question then. Why did it take you going to your parents to realize that?
I think it was the experience itself. I don't think it was a bigger thing. I think it was I was getting really annoyed at home. It was just like family factors and stuff like that, and I was like this is really annoying to me. But yeah, I think a lot of it has to do with the fact that since I don't live there, I have like habits and certain things I do every single day. And when I go and visit them, I'm there for a day or two. And, you know, I can do it, it's fine. But when it's more than 2 days and I'm like out of my element, like my routine is thrown off so much, it's just impossible. I was like, no, like I want to go back home. But a lot of it was like work. So like I work from home and I work at my desk, right? And I have my nice space here and I can play my music and you know, I'm chilling. It's a whole like it's very cool. And being at home, like my parents don't understand that like I have to work from I know I'm here, but I have to work on my computer. And I have to have it like be kind of quiet, right? So I can concentrate. And my mom's like, well, I haven't seen you in forever. Come talk with me in the kitchen, like help me cook, like this and that. And I'm like, I would love to, believe me, but I can't. And the dog is just running everywhere. And there's just like chaos, right? So, okay, for a day or two, it's cool. But then after that, it was like, dude, like, let's go back to my house. But
Do you think your
Then-
parents can notice that shift in you?
no, they definitely can
Yeah.
because I feel like I wear my emotions very outwardly. So they could definitely tell. But that sometimes I also really feel sad though because I try not to say anything to them. I'll be like, hey, like I have to do stuff. You know, I'd love to be here with you or whatever. But when I have to like say that and then I get just overwhelmed, I'm like, But later on,
Feel the tears.
like the first day I was back, I sat here and I felt really sad because I felt guilty. And I wanted to call my parents and be like, hey, it's not you guys. Like I promise you, like it's me because I'm thrown off so much out of my routine. Like it's not you guys. So I just felt a little guilty. But I think it's good to be separated for the sake of staying good with each other. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, you're also trying to like build those boundaries with them too, with the whole work thing. Like this truly is your job and you work from your computer. And if you're not on your computer, you're not working.
Yeah.
It's like you're trying to do your best to like get that message to them, you know? I can definitely see where that's frustrating. I had this thought the other day while I was walking. My dad's been watching a lot of like YouTube videos of Guatemala, and like it finally clicked to me. I'm like, this man probably watches these videos because he misses home like so much, and like that's seeing home to me. Isn't that so sad? And I'm like, oh my god, like I need to get this man back home. And my mom brought up the idea of like buying a ticket for my dad to go to Guatemala back for my grandma's birthday, which is like 2 days ago. But I don't think it's too late. You know what I mean? He can still go like a month later and be fine. But I don't know why that thought just like clicked in my head out of nowhere too. And I'm like, wow, it finally makes a little bit more sense. And just like that's what he spends his time doing is like just watching all these videos from home. And then he has this little pool game and it's fun.
I haven't gotten my dad to go into anything like games or anything like that. We're starting off small with YouTube. It's fine. My aunt downloaded like the WhatsApp forum.
Yeah.
And he's always like, ¿Cómo le hago en esta chingadera? Whatever. And I'm like, Dad, I have no idea. Like, I don't use WhatsApp. I'm sorry. And he never replies to any messages. So, like, I guess a lot of my aunt and my uncles, like, they all have his number and stuff. So they message each other. But my dad never replies. He's like, oh, your aunt sent me a message. Like, can you check it? And I'm like, you have like 50 unopened shit.
I wonder if that's because like the way he conversates. Maybe I'm wrong. Like if Jonathan were to send me a text, right? Like I probably don't have to reply to it because it isn't something I have to reply to. Does that make sense?
No, my dad doesn't even read them. Like, I don't think he knows what the icon looks like.
The WhatsApp icon?
Yeah. So, like, he doesn't know like, which to push. I want you to believe me when I tell you that we have tried to teach my dad everything on his phone. And he forgets everything. He's like, I just don't know how to do it.
Is he ever on his phone?
He's always on his phone, but he's only watching videos. He knows what the YouTube button looks like. So he's like, there you go. And he's not one to like search for things. Like maybe he'll search a thing like every now and then, but it's mostly going from
If it
one.
just pops up, you're so right. That's what my dad does too.
Yeah. He's just
It's like the most
clicks on-
randomest thumbnails.
Yes. Dude, tell me why. Oh my god. Let me chill. Tell me why. My mom the other day, she was like, oh, so I was watching a TikTok and then she just kept going, but my brain just froze like you were watching a TikTok. And I was like, where do you watch them? And she was like, oh, I watched like the YouTube ones. And I was like, But I thought she was talking about like she saw like videos of compilations of just the really popular ones or whatever.
Is that what she's talking about?
No, because she was like, oh, look, I'm watching them right now. And I'm like, damn, like, I wonder what month this like compilation is from, right?
She's
so
like two trends
so
behind.
I could like know, yeah. But no, it was just like YouTube's like reels.
Oh,
So
okay.
they have like one like that. So I was like, oh, okay.
Like people upload them to YouTube
yeah.
and shit.
Yeah. So like now they have that too.
The shorts.
The shorts, yeah. So I was like, damn. You're funny.
You know, for a long time, Jonathan didn't want to download TikTok. And then yesterday we were in the car and he was laughing at TikTok. And I was like, dude, you watch these all day on Instagram, you might as well download the app. And he's like, no, I got it.
He watches them on Instagram?
No, he's like, no, I got it now. I got the app. He's like, look.
Oh my god.
But it took him a while to download it.
Dude, like my friend was saying that her and her husband, excuse me, they watch TikToks, right? But she had gotten the app, but he refused to. He was like, no, like I'm just gonna how did he see? Oh, I think he was seeing him on like Facebook or something.
Yeah.
And
Facebook, yeah.
so like my friend's like, yeah, he's like a couple trends behind and stuff. And like she's watching them. So I'm just like, what the fuck? But it's like so crazy that people like that don't watch it in real time because like they don't get to experience that For You page. Like they're always gonna laugh because it's a compilation of the already funny ones. You know, like
Yeah. But that's not what makes TikTok. Like what makes TikTok
exactly,
is like those random ones.
the
Yeah.
random ones. Like you have to watch bad ones to watch good ones.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It's just part of the experience.
I know my For You page is starting to get good when the likes are not that big anymore. Does that make sense? Like my For You page goes from having like let's say 2.1 million likes then to like 100,000 and it just decreases until the videos are just like 1,500 likes. And those are the funniest ones. Like those are the ones that are like barely starting to take
Ooh.
off. Yeah.
How many viral comments have you had though?
Dude, I've had a couple, yeah.
I've only had
six.
I've only had one. And I still get notifications for it to this day. Like I have one probably right now. And it's just really annoying to me at this point.
Yeah, I
so
have to turn notifications off.
Oh, you can do that. I was just gonna delete the comment. Yeah. And it wasn't even funny. It was like really stupid. So that's why I'm like, this is not even one to brag about.
I've had a couple. I've had a decent handful.
Dude, before I used to because I don't really look at the ones that like my followers or whatever.
I'm never on there.
Yeah, I never see that shit. Anyways, sometimes I would see your comments like on people's videos, and I'm like, what the fuck? And it was just, it was weird to me because like I see you and interact with you in real life, but like the TikTok you is just like a different persona.
Is it?
To me, yeah. Or it's just like, oh, I see it, and I'm like, that's weird.
It's because those people don't exist to you. That's why.
Maybe you're right.
How's your Thanksgiving, by the way? I haven't seen you since then.
Yeah, that was a minute. Even before then. It was like at the beginning of that
Oh
week.
yeah, because we have to record it on Sunday. Mm-hmm. Right.
Yeah, it was pretty
Highway.
cool. It was just us. It was my mom and dad and my sisters. We had a jamon. It was really good.
What
It
else?
was better than the one that we made here. We had some good pasta salad. You know, the little colored ones? And then, we made empanadas. They were
Nice.
so good. They were super good.
Your family does that. Your family does that often.
They do it very, very rarely. I can't even tell you the last time we had some, but they were very good. They were ground beef. It was like picadillo, but they're pretty good. What did you guys do?
Basically the same thing, dude. We stayed home.
Did you guys watch a movie?
We didn't watch a movie. I was packing up the orders that day. Because I knew I wasn't going to be able to do it any other day.
Did they watch a movie?
My parents did. And Pedro.
Why's that funny? No, I wish we would have watched a movie. We actually started watching because, like, I have shows with just my parents that we watch, like, at the same time, so we can talk to each other about it. And we, all three of us, watched the one I was talking about on the Discord the other day, La Reina del Flow. It's so good. Like, it's Colombian. I think it's so good. And they came out with their second season. And I was hype. And my dad was like, okay, we're going to wait for your mom so we can watch it. And I was like, okay. But that's what we did. That's what we watched.
You know what I did watch this couple days ago? House of Gucci. Dude, it is so good.
You told me you were going.
So good.
How was it?
Bro, it's fire. I want to go watch it again because of how good it was, honestly. I don't know, just like, I guess good family drama. That's what it was because it was about the Gucci family.
Yeah.
But what I didn't know is that Tom Ford bought Gucci. So am I ruining it by talking about the ending?
I mean, this is kind of history.
Yeah, right. Do you know what happened?
I feel like that's also history. What happened? Yeah, I know what happened.
You know what happened? How like they killed, or he got killed, like assassinated, and then they locked up the ex-wife.
Yeah.
I think this is what I think, because in the movie, what's his name, Mauricio, he didn't want to sign the contract. He didn't want to sign over his shares, and I think this is what I think, because I don't think Tom Ford would ever allow a movie like this to come out without hiding some secrets.
Okay.
So I think Mauricio left. Tom Ford was like, "No, fuck that. We're getting those shares." Put the hit on him, and then put the blame on the ex-wife. That's what I think happened. Because again, there's no way that there's so much power and money in this family. It is scary. And when you watch, I hope you do watch this movie. But like when you watch it, you're gonna be like, "Damn, like I could definitely see that happening because too many white people are involved, too many rich people are involved." You know what I mean?
True.
But I don't know. I think there's a lot more shit that went down that we don't know of and we don't know about.
Very interesting.
But I think you'd like the movie though. It's fire.
I do want to watch the Spencer movie though. Was it playing at your theater?
I'm not sure. Probably.
I really want to watch it. People say Kristen Stewart was a queen in it, so
Let's go.
fuck it. I'm just kidding. But yeah, no, I'm gonna bootleg it when it comes out.
Have I told you about my AMC Stubs account?
Yeah.
Dude, it's worth it. I got 5 tickets for
Oh,
that
you know
movie
what?
for like $30.
I'm gonna tell Jacob. That's a good movie gift.
Oh,
Christmas
that is a
gift.
good gift.
Christmas gift. Nice. Because if I had it, dude, I'd be in there all the time. Believe me. But I think that'd be cool.
Yeah, you get 3 free movies a month. Not bad.
That's not bad. Is that why you went? To get your free one?
Partially, but mainly because I wanted to see the movie. And my friends all wanted to go too, so I was like, okay, let's go. So yeah, dude, 5 tickets for $30. Come on, bro. My parents went to go watch, what's the one that you were talking about last episode? The Colombian one.
Oh, Encanto.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
My parents went to go watch that, and for 2 tickets, my dad damn near paid like $50.
Dang.
So that shit's expensive, dude. They charge like $22 per adult, I think. It's a lot. But I don't know. I
Wait,
think
at the
AMC stuff is
theater?
worth it. Yeah, at the theater.
What? You're not serious. Are tickets that expensive?
Dude, tickets are like damn near $25 per adult. And then I pay like
I'm like super blown right now.
When was the last time you went to the theater?
Low key, I don't know.
It's been a while.
It's been a while, but it definitely hasn't been like more than 10 years.
Yeah, dude. Shit's expensive.
What?
So you pay, let's say it's you and another person. That's like $40 to $50 for your tickets. And then I got a popcorn and an icy, and I paid like $18.
Damn.
So you're talking damn near like $70 to go to the movies. And that's just if you go with 2 people. Imagine people go with their whole families. They have like 4 kids and
gotta bring the
shit.
chiquillos. Ugh.
Fuck. That's an extra $100 right there on just the tickets.
And that's only if like no one gets anything. Don't ask me for anything.
No, we're bringing our own shit in.
You're stuffing your kids' backpacks with like hot dogs. The tortas? Dude, tell me the tortas that you had on road trips didn't smack harder when you had than if you had them any other time.
No, the Six Flags ones, those are good.
For real. The road trip to Florida, it would be like so we actually had like a good system. We had like tortas for on the way, and then somewhere around Georgia, there would be this big Walmart that we would always go to like rest up or whatever, and then we would make what's it called? Like the bean burritos.
Bean burritos.
Like it was just like a taco, you know, but
But of beans.
yeah, beans and like cheese probably, and that's all we had. It was pretty good. They were
Sounds
good road
good.
meals.
Do I like some frijoles de loya with some queso fresco?
I'm convinced that's why we're big and strong. It's in our genes.
Because of the cheese?
No,
Or the
because of the
frijoles?
beans, yeah. Well, like frijoles de la olla. Oh, God. So good. Is that all you put in it? I put limon in it, and then I put cheese and cilantro and cebolla.
I've never tried that.
So good. So good. Some chiles
The
en
limon,
vinagre.
really?
Yeah. Chiles en vinagre, the vinagre, if you have it. So good.
I've only just started not like eating those. I never really
What?
fucked with them as a kid.
Chiles en vinagre? Mm-hmm. What about like restaurants?
Exactly. Like as a kid, I just always avoided it. But like now, I've started eating like the cauliflower. I like the cauliflower, but like
The
or
carrots?
the carrots too. Yeah.
Carrots are so good.
Like Jonathan loves that shit. He's always been eating that.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Pedro, I think not so much, but
They're just so good.
you keep them at the house.
all the time. There's always sound. We have the place where my parents work at, they have like these huge like gallon size like plastic containers, and when we're done with the pickles, we just pour the chiles en vinagre. Ooh. And then we just pick it out. So good. Dude, this is so good.
Thank you.
What
I
a
was,
good snack.
I guess I was excited for your opinion because I know you would tell me if it wasn't good. Like Manny, I could trust that Manny would tell me it's not good. And he did tell me it's
Manny
not
would
good.
say literally anything.
No,
Manny,
he's
no.
honest.
No, I know. That's what I'm saying. Like, he's
Oh,
honest.
yeah,
Like,
he's
he
mad
will say,
bold.
like,
He did not this ain't it.
exactly.
You know how I knew? He tried the first batch. And so I gave him a cup, right? And I went to the back and and cleaned up and then came back to the front. This man, his full cup was still there.
He would just look at you. He would stare at you and, like, just shake
I'm
his
pretty
head.
sure he tried to like hand it back to me. He's like, nah, it's not a
What a good friend. Like, that.
Yeah, for real. I
Hold
appreciate it. I
hold
was like, man, that's
Manny.
why I brought you because I know that you'd tell me if it's not good. And that first batch definitely wasn't good. The flavor, but not like the texture. No.
Wow. I'm, like, really happy that you have a Manny. I'll just tell you like it is.
Yeah, you're one of like 3 people that have tried it, so I'm really trusting the opinion so far.
Good.
Because as long as I like it, my friends like it, fuck it, like it's good. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I feel like we're a good pool of contestants, if you will.
Yeah.
Let's take a little smoke break. Let's chill for a sec. So tell me about your tea break or your edible experiences that you said. You were tweaking? Or you weren't like tweaking. You just felt gross.
No, I was definitely tweaking. Like I was stuck in bed for a solid like 15, 20 minutes, just lost in thought.
Oh shit.
And that's when I knew I was like, okay, this is not good. And I think also the change of coming back from or to social media has definitely affected how much time I spend on my phone and how much I pick up my phone just for nothing, just to literally scroll through the same shit that I've already scrolled through, which is the reason why I got off of it in the first place.
Yeah.
Because I had that thought, I'm like, no, this is not
Damn,
good.
how were you before this? What did you do?
What do you mean?
If you weren't like picking up your phone all the time.
Working, just like staying busy, like staying on task with things. Now, definitely, if there's like any small moment where I can like just be on my phone, I'll definitely take the moment to be on my phone. So I think that's affecting my high because I'm not necessarily like here. I'm in my head. So maybe it's not a tea break that I need. Well, you get it later.
Oh.
Maybe it's like just less time on my phone.
Yeah.
Because even when it comes to like meditating, I'm not even really meditating that much anymore.
I was just thinking thoughts.
No. But I am reading more, so which is definitely helping me focus and like stay on task.
Dude, you know what I noticed today? I was like sitting here, right? And I was playing music. And I had to go to the bathroom. And out of instinct, I just took the phone with me. And you just do that over. And I wasn't even like going to go on it or anything like that. Because I walked right back and like sat down again. And I was like, fuck, dude. Let's
bad,
calm
right?
down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's definitely, I don't know. I think you have to find a balance. Me personally, I have to find a balance of I guess posting and just not looking at what comes afterwards. 'Cause I think that's where I lose myself. It's like new notification.
You get
Yeah.
a little
Yeah, definitely that little hit.
zzz in your brain.
Yeah, but I am smart enough to not have my notifications on for anything except
Dude, I don't have
for-
notification on for anything.
I have it on for Discord for certain things,
Mm.
and then like obviously like my text and shit for like Instagram and all that shit. Nah, that would definitely have. I'll be on it all day.
Damn.
Mm-hmm.
I think I only have it on for like calls and texts. Like that's it. Emails, but
Mm.
only the work ones.
I don't understand how you get emails. I never get email notifications, even though I have them turned on all the time. Swear, like I just never get notifications, and it's like a bug that's always pissed me off because I can never.
Why? You don't want a
No, I
lot of
want
emails in your life.
notifications. I'm
But, like,
really good at keeping
emails.
my emails. I don't have it like barely any. I barely have any spam. Like I'm pretty good at keeping my shit clean. If I start getting a spam email right away, I'm unsubscribing or to whatever the fuck it is.
That's because you don't get a lot of emails. Like I get a shit ton of emails and I get spammed all the time, and I don't care to like sift through them and be like, I'm getting rid of these. They could sit there.
Why not? That's like that isn't annoying to you. It's just like an extra thing you have to do every single day, like delete that email.
It's
Or you don't even
it's
delete them.
annoying. I do delete
Damn, you have like
them.
9,000 notifications
no,
on your
I
fucking mail
don't.
app, don't you?
No.
Oh my god.
If anything, I have like 30.
That's still a lot.
Anyways, you know what? It's just because Cyber Monday just passed. Anyways, what I'm saying is that it is annoying, but I'm not gonna go every single day and like delete them. Like I'll delete them all at once, like one day, and I'll be like, oh, okay. But damn.
But anyway, so back to the tea break. I don't know. I feel like I'm gonna. It's not like I spend a lot of time smoking anyways, so I'm not gonna
Do it later.
be. Yeah, I'm not gonna be like. I'm not gonna have a lot more extra time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like smoking doesn't really take up that much time, so. I don't know. I guess just like a little detox. I don't know.
Little phone detox.
That too.
Maybe you should turn your phone completely off at like 8 p.m.
That would be awesome. But I use my alarm for my phone. I can get a burner.
Dude, so the other day, I was like, damn, what if I got like a flip phone and like use my flip phone, like use my iPhone for like important shit, but like just have my flip phone like for when I leave the
Damn.
house, you know? You
Could you do
know
it?
how? I would do it low key. But I was gonna say, you know how? Going back to those days of like having your iPod touch.
Those
Like
are good
that,
days.
you know? So like have my little like flip phone, and then like, oh, when I have Wi-Fi or I'm at home, I'm gonna use this one. You know what I mean? It was
you
a
were
treat.
always trying to look for a Wi-Fi signal anywhere you can go.
Anywhere.
And then
to
you're driving
God.
away and it's like fading. It gets slower.
You would try to connect even if you knew you had like 1 minute left to like be there. You'd be at like the longest red light and be like, oh, there's a McDonald's right there. I'm gonna connect. I went to my first Bulls game the other day.
Oh, how was that?
It was really cool. It was really fun. I went with Jade and Michael.
Well, that's fun.
We all
And they
won.
won, right?
Yeah, and they won. It was pretty cool.
That's a good first game. Mm-hmm. Was it anything you weren't expecting, or what were you expecting?
Well, like I had been to like basketball games before, but like only in high school. So I've never gone to like a real one, you know? But they're kind of the same. But they were really cool.
Yeah, just a bunch of guys just running around.
Yeah. And we got like decent seats because like one of Jacob and I's friend, oh, you know what? Julius. His dad got like free tickets or some shit.
That's cool.
And then none of them could go. So like I was like, fuck it, we're gonna go. So okay. Discord questions?
Yeah,
Okay,
that's a good time.
Fuck. Hold on, I'm gonna have to put my thinking cap on now. Okay. First question. How do you guys bounce back from a depressive... Oh my God.
Wait, real quick before we get into this question.
Okay.
Tell me what. I saw the trailer to West Side Story, the new one. Dude, it looks so good. It looks so good. I forgot I was gonna tell you about it, but it looks really good. That's
For
all I wanted to
real.
say. Yeah, good movie. I'm excited for it to come out.
Well, I don't really know the story or anything like that.
Oh, you never saw the original one? Wow.
Don't spoil it. Maybe
Okay.
I'll wanna watch it. Okay. Now for the questions. First one says, how do you guys bounce back from a depressive episode, or what do you do to get out of a funk?
Would you say maybe this is too personal? I mean, this you choose whether or not you want to question.
Whoa.
Would you want to answer this? Would you say what you were going through before you realized that at your parents' house was you being depressed?
Wait, say that again. Sorry.
So you know how you had that like moment at your parents' house where you realize you're just thinking very negative. Would you say that's you being depressed? Is like in that thought cycle?
I definitely know what depression feels like, and it wasn't like that, really. I don't know. I feel like a depressive episode for me, because I've definitely had many. It's just like this feeling of like empty, like you're not even here. And it wasn't that. This was more like I was like really annoyed. You know what I mean?
So how do you bounce back from a depressive episode then?
See, like this is a lot. Okay. I feel like a lot of what got me out of my depression back then, when it was really, really bad, it was only the medication. Like that was the sole thing I relied on to get out of that. But after that, I would go back to saying what I said a couple weeks ago about like just going outside. I feel like you just getting out of your space to me was like the biggest thing. I would just try to be outside as much as I could. Doing absolutely nothing sometimes, but like I would still have to go out.
And it was a huge difference in how you
It
felt.
was a huge difference, yeah. Like something about having to experience like real life outside of like your phone and your house and your room and stuff is like,
I had no
Wild.
idea you were on medication.
what?
I had no idea, I swear.
It was a really sad time. It was a really sad time. And you know what? I'm gonna say this on here because like I'm sure people go through this. But like at the time when I was taking the medication, I was prescribed half of Zoloft a day, just half. And then by the time I realized that it has gotten so bad, it was because I was taking 4 whole Zoloft pills like once a day. There was so like it was for months. Like I was just abusing the fuck out of it, and by that time like it had gotten really bad because I virtually had none. And then I was like, fuck, like this is gonna be really bad. So I remember exactly the time it happened. It was like I was working at the water tower, and I was like working this shitty like retail job, and then I didn't have any more. So I was going through this mini withdrawal, and I felt just sick to my stomach. Like I went weeks with like walking, and everything was like, I felt like drunk, right? And I just couldn't, I just like had to just wait it out pretty much. And then after that, I was like, I'm never doing that again.
Getting on the medication.
Yeah. So like they kept telling me like, hey, you know, do you want some? And I was like, no, like I don't want to take any anymore. And they were like, okay. But I think it was a really good decision and a good thing that I went through that because like I don't feel that way anymore right now. You know, like it was really bad. This was like not that long ago. This was like when I was at RMU.
Wow.
It was a really bad time.
Did this have anything to do with you sleeping a lot? Or was that just because
Yeah.
of your sleep
Well,
schedule?
it was because of my work sleep schedule, but it was because I was such in this like mood that I couldn't just be with myself with my own thoughts, which is why like that played a lot into getting the 2 jobs and then doing school full time, because I was like, well, if I have something to do at all times, I'm not going to just sit there with myself and have to think things or whatever. So that's why like sometimes when you'd see me in school, I'd be sleeping because the schedule was fucked. Like I never slept. And then yeah, like I was just like very, very depressed.
Well,
But
who knew this?
I don't think anyone. I don't even think my parents. You know who knew? My older sister. Because I lived with her. And she had to have known. Dude, she would get me out of bed and she would dress me. Because I couldn't. Okay, let's move on.
What's the next question? You want to take a second?
Bro, I'm not gonna lie, I'm really high. Okay. Next question. Have you guys thought about living in a vehicle and travel the world? If so, where would you really want to visit and stay for a while?
Dude, I definitely want a road trip for like a solid year or two. I think that'd be a really cool experience. I wouldn't want to like permanently live in a moving house.
Yeah.
Oh, it's more of the ash on your head.
I know, dude. It's like so annoying. Anyways.
See, like I know people really like. Don't get me wrong. I love to travel internationally, but I feel like there's a lot to see in the U.S. Like a lot of stuff to see in the U.S. Especially all like the national parks. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like, there's a lot of cool shit that I would road trip here definitely. So I guess like all the national parks.
That would
And
be
I
really
think that
cool.
would take you around the country, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I would want to do like a one really good, in my lifetime I want to do this. I have one good cross country road trip. Just like from coast to coast. And just stopping everywhere in between. I think that would be really cool.
That'd be sick.
Next question. How do you guys stay motivated or keep pushing to do things that don't have an instant or immediate reward or effect? You know what? This is something I always say. That you're gonna succeed. How do I say this? This sounds like way better in my brain. Like if you keep doing something consistently, there's no way that you can fail. You know, if you're like reaching towards whatever you want to reach towards consistently, you're gonna get it.
Yeah.
And that's something that I think keeps me motivated in other aspects. But like also, for example, I give the pod. I know that this is gonna succeed because we've just been doing it for so long. It's just gonna
bound to
happen.
grow, yeah.
Like it's gonna happen. It's just like you have to stay consistent.
And
So
the
that's what I'd say.
feeling, like, don't get me wrong, instant gratification is a good feeling.
Yeah, it's good.
But the feeling of getting something that you worked so hard for, because it doesn't just happen overnight. Like, eventually,
Right.
time passes and you're like, oh shit, like, we did accomplish a lot. And then
It's almost like
feeling just
that reward is like greater than
that feeling is
the
everlasting. Whereas instant
yes,
gratification is that's it. You have it and
yeah,
you're gone, and it's gone.
for sure.
But that feeling, like for example, of hitting 10K, that's forever gonna be a good feeling.
You feel that, and you're just like, ooh, that was a good one. You
Yeah.
know? Okay. Next question. What do you miss most about your younger self?
You know, I've really tried to have been, I can't speak. I recently have tried to remember how I was as a kid to see if like I can see what kind of, I guess, like personality I had. Because I
Okay.
think definitely it's not the same when I was like 5. I like to think 5 was a good age. So I don't know. I can't remember like what I really did as a kid. Does that make sense? And, like
Yeah.
how my personality was and like how I was. So
Why don't you ask your parents?
it's, it's a good tip actually. I'll ask them.
I kind of want to ask mine.
It's interesting. I'll let you know next week.
Um,
I forgot the question was. to be
yeah, dude, me
honest.
too.
Fuck.
Hold on. Oh, what do you miss most about your younger self? I think the thing I probably miss the most is not having like the feeling of responsibilities. Because there was one day where that just was out the door, like out the window. And then I was like, fuck. So just that like pure bliss, if you will. Next question. Who would you say knows you the best? I would say my boyfriend. I think he sees every like side of me. Does that make sense? Like the side that I am when I'm with my parents and my family, and then like my friends, and then like with him, and you know.
I like that you think that like every side of you. Because that's
Yeah.
something I've been thinking about recently too. It's like there's definitely different personalities, I guess, and different sides to
Yeah.
different friends.
And like I live with him, so he kind of has to like, kind of has to see.
You know who really knows me well?
If you say Manny, I swear
No,
to God.
it's Maria. Maria really knows me well. Maria was one of the first people that could ever really read me like a book. Like she knew right away, like this is who you are. It was
Is this a
very
Taurus
interesting.
thing?
It might be a Taurus thing because my dad's a Taurus too. And there was one moment that I had with my dad that what he said, reassured me that he listens. And Maria's someone who will definitely, she listens. She'll remember the tiniest detail about every single story you tell her. So,
I like that.
yeah. So probably Maria.
Like very attentive, very loyal. I like that. I love Maria. Okay, let's see. Next question. Oh, this is a long one. Let me see. I read somewhere that soulmates are not necessarily just romantic partners. They can be anyone from a friend, working partner, or even a pet. Do you think you've met your soulmate? And if so, who is it? I think I haven't, but I would really, really want it to be a friend. Like, I really hope that a friend is my soulmate. You know what? I was really thinking about this, and I was like, dude, what if Jade is my soulmate?
I
But
can
I'm
see
like,
that.
but like, probably not. But like, what if?
Yeah, like would you know?
I don't know exactly. Like, how would I know if I met them?
I don't know.
Because sometimes, what if it happens later on? And just right now, it's not happening. You know what I mean?
Right, because you haven't even met them yet. That's what you're saying? Or it grows into being. Is that what you're
Yeah,
saying?
like
It
it
grows
grows
into being
into
a
it.
soulmate? Okay. I like that a lot more. Yeah.
Yeah. You think you've met yours?
So for the first time, okay, so basically with my ex, I would say like that's the closest person that I've ever met to being a soulmate romantically. 100%.
Wow.
because of the amount of growth that I think I've had and just how connected to like this person brought me into like consciousness. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. So like she really allowed me to be myself, and like no one's ever really given me like that opportunity, and the fact that I was able to be myself and like be there with her most of the time, like
All the
present.
sides of you.
Yeah, exactly. And so I could say like that definitely grew into being a soulmate, but that feeling was very early on. So that to me was like, well, it seems like this is what a soulmate would feel like. Would feel like.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like that answer. That's a good one. Okay, next question. Have you guys ever thought of a different set for the pod, like a multi-camera?
If you guys knew the amount of time it would take to do a multi-camera edit,
That's true.
it's
We
a
would
shit ton of
need-
time,
We would need like an intern or something.
which I'm fucking down for. We'll see. But
We'll see.
I would love to eventually use a different camera angle. I would love a top-down camera angle. So every time we put the joint down or pass the joint, it switches to that camera angle. I think that'd be
Dang.
cool. Just you could see the snacks and stuff, you know?
We'll be like a live game. Like TV.
That would be so cool, actually. That'd be cool.
You're funny. Okay, but I think I would really like the set to be tricked out. Like if we had like cool stuff, if we were able to put like shelves up and shit like that. I think like really like have a build out. I think it'd be fun.
We've talked about a neon sign before.
Oh yeah. See, now we
Nice.
gotta think of the neon sign.
Yeah.
I feel like before I had ideas, but now they look stupid. So now I want to have cooler, better ones.
I wish we were able to show all this, honestly.
Oh, I know. We'd have to be like super zoomed out. But
That would be cool.
pretty cool, yeah.
Yeah.
See, and if we were, okay, I'm getting all these ideas now. Say we had a build out. I really like this background here, but I would want to be able to show that. So that's kind of something that I would have wanted back then when we were trying to do the art submissions, because like these could be other people's pieces.
Was that for the blue wall?
Yeah, I think so. Those were
So
the blue wall
funny.
days, if you guys remember. Ew.
That's so funny. Oh my god! I look at
gonna
those
move
videos
on.
sometimes. Oh,
Same, like I see them pop up on like on the TikTok, and I'm like, oh. No, beloved.
we've grown so much, dude. We've grown.
We're getting there. Okay. Next question. As a POC in the creative/design field, how do you guys battle the imposter syndrome that may sometimes hit, given that some design fields are predominantly white spaces and they study architecture? That's so cool.
Dude, being an architect would be so raw. That'd be so
Dude, it'd
fucking
be
raw.
pretty sick.
Fuck.
Dude, the little models that they do.
They're so
dude,
cool,
they're
right?
so
Dude, all the
cool.
details. I'd go back to school to be an architect.
Really?
Yeah.
That'd be cool. I had like such a good answer that like sober me had like definitely thought up, and now that's out the window right now.
Can you repeat the question just one more time?
Okay. As a, as a POC in the creative/design field, how do you guys battle the imposter syndrome that may sometimes hit, given that some design fields are predominantly white spaces?
So this is my thought about it. I like to think that we're very unique in that sense. So whenever I do see another podcast and it's like white people, it's usually white people. I like to think that like we stand out because we're not. So I
Yeah.
don't feel like I really don't. I try not to let it get to me in like that sense.
I really like that. I really like that way of looking at it, I guess. But
Am I taking that the wrong
no,
like direction?
that's like super valid because
Yeah.
this is something that like you do creatively, you know. So you do see other people and are like, well, they're not us,
Right.
you know. I saw this really good tweet a while ago that was like, how are you gonna try to compete with me? Like we're not even aiming towards the same things. Or it's like I'm not looking at the next person because like I'm not even gonna do what they're gonna be doing. Does that make sense?
Yeah, makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. But yeah.
That's a really good way of looking at it too. It complements my other thought that was if I see other podcasters who are also Hispanic, I guess like that's a good way of looking at it. Where even though they're us in that sense, our goals are still a lot different than theirs. And like,
Right.
what does it matter? Like that they also have a podcast. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. Next question. How wrong do people who don't know you yet judge you? I like this question. Mainly because one of the things that I have gotten judged a million times, I'm sure. But the number one thing that I hear from people that when like they get to know me and stuff, they tell me their first thought of me, it's always been the same thing. And they say that the word I just had it. What the fuck? Oh, they would say that I'm intimidating. Like, oh, like you just look really intimidating. And I'm like, what? What about me? But they're like, oh, like I didn't want to come up to you. Like, oh, like Jackie's very intimidating. But I'm just like, you've never even talked to me.
I feel you.
Please.
For
I'm not
me,
this.
I've gotten intimidating before just because I don't smile if I'm just like standing there. You know, I'm just like I look pissed. I'm just I don't know, dude. I'm just chilling.
I don't know what it is. I feel like I have a very friendly face. At least I think so.
I think you do.
I don't know what it is. Did you answer the question?
What do people always say about me? I have no idea actually. I should ask what people's like first impression of me was. I'll let you. I'll get back to you on this.
I'm trying to like
'Cause
think
now I'm
of
interested.
my first impression of you, but I can't like remember.
I'm someone who's just there.
Yes. Yeah, that's like perfect. like before there was like life without Jason, and then like and now like then it's just life with him.
Yeah, it's hard to lose
You
me.
know?
Like you have me for life. Like once we're
Yeah.
close. Yeah.
There you go. Okay, next question. If you found your old MP3 player or iPod, what songs would be on it? Just Dance by Lady Gaga.
Bad Romance by Lady Gaga.
Yes. Ooh.
Paparazzi by Lady Gaga. Dude, come on.
Stop. The song that she had with Kobe O'Donis.
Which
That
song?
had me in a chokehold. It was so good.
Oh my god. You should find a lot of Young Money, definitely. Like Bedrock.
You're such like a gangster SpongeBob kid. Like there was
No, that was definitely a different breed. That was not who I was on there. Like that type of music was like what kind of music did they have? On
who
their
would you
playlist?
say would match up with your personality more? Like you would be the gangster SpongeBob, or would you be the gangster Bad Bunny? Bad Bunny,
No,
Bugs Bunny. That gangster Bugs Bunny.
I think like the Bugs Bunny.
I would go more towards SpongeBob.
Really?
Yeah. It's just the personality it gives. You know what I mean?
I give SpongeBob energy.
Yeah. Like that.
I like that. He's a really good fry cook, you know.
But what was I gonna say? Oh, the songs. Jeremiah. I had a lot of Jeremiah songs on there. Knock You Down by Kanye, and
I had a lot of
The
Linkin
other
Park
one?
and Green Day on mine.
you had what?
Linkin Park and Green Day, man, Blink 182, Sum 41.
I had some Don Omar songs on there.
I had a lot of Extreme and Aventura.
Ooh, Nana Factoria. Oh, I loved them.
Oh, and DJ Flex.
Not my boy.
That was like Drake's upcoming too, so that was a good
Yeah.
time.
The mixtape days.
What was Eminem's era? Was that Eminem's time too?
I think I had an Eminem song in there. I think I had Not
No,
Afraid in
quit,
there.
dude. This is one of the
Shut
things that we
fuck
talked
up.
about. Quit playing. Jackie doesn't want to expose herself right now.
About what?
Dude, remember this one time we were at your apartment and we were talking about like music or something, and you were like, "Oh, you know who I really fuck with?" Like, well, like low key.
We're gonna have to cut this.
And you're like Eminem.
He's got some decent songs.
And then
Come on.
I was like, "Oh shit, like the Recovery album," and you're like, "Yeah, that one."
If anything, you're also exposing
Oh
yourself
my God.
right now.
I'm a big Eminem fan. I don't give a fuck.
I like some of his songs. His albums, I think, were good.
They were good albums.
Let me see. Next question. In the late 90s and early 2000s Latino rock, because of MTV and VH1, since it was a big thing, do you guys like Latino rock? If so, Maná or Café Tacuba?
I like Mana.
Dang.
Yeah, I listen to mainly them when it comes to
Yeah,
Latin rock.
same.
You don't listen, or you do listen to a lot of Mana too.
I do listen to a lot of Maná. Yeah. But did you like growing up, like listening to it? Like that kind of music?
To Mana, like growing up, some of the songs. Like
Okay.
now, I've definitely listened to a lot more, like a full
I'm
album.
a really big fan of Latino pop.
Like who?
Like Paulina Rubio back when she was La Chica Dorada. And then who else? Like Enrique Iglesias. Good shit. So many of them, dude. I loved it. It was such a good time. Last question. Who inspires you? What's the definition of inspire?
I think I can be inspired in different ways, and I really enjoy spending time with my friends because I think each friend inspires me in a different way. For example, my friend Leah reminds me that it's okay to be like bold and like be yourself, you know, like to the full potential. And she's very like determined and like hardworking. So then Diana just very free-willed. She reminds me to like not take life so serious. You know, and then Manny financially inspires me. This man, it's a good
Shit,
man.
Manny. Good shit. Honest and a go-getter. Inspiring.
Yeah, but he's actually the honest part too.
I don't know who would inspire me. I would say like my parents. Them together inspire me to like from where they came from. I can't just come all this way. Like they can't come all this way just for me to not do what I can to like pay them back. You know what I mean? That to me is really inspiring. That they came from where they came from. They're really small, like pueblos, and gave us this life. You know,
Yeah.
very inspiring.
I was having a conversation with my parents about their process of getting here, like when they were immigrating here, and like all the things they went through to get here, and that thought of me, like, how can I complain about like the little things when they literally are so selfless that they came here for a future family to like make more money for the future family that wasn't even there yet.
Yeah.
Like that's so
Fuck.
selfless. And I'm like, I can't complain about these little small things. Like I gotta keep going and then eventually pay them back. But there is a balance to it. Because if there's no balance, that's when it becomes
Ooh, yeah.
unhealthy. And you're just like, that's what you're striving for. Because once you get that, once you repay them back,
No,
then
because
what?
I feel like you would never feel like it was enough. And then you realize that you've been living your life for them and not for yourself. Because one day they won't be there. And it was like, well, what did I do? Like, who am I if I'm not working towards them anymore?
Yeah.
Damn.
Dude, you gotta watch Click. That's basically what this is. The Adam Sandler movie. You
I
promised
did
me.
watch it.
Oh, you watched it?
I did watch it.
Yeah, he like was working so much, and then his dad died, and
Yeah.
it's like, oh shit, I'm trying to go
See,
back
but
to
I
that.
forgot that part. I know that it was like a main part, but like I just haven't seen it in so long. But I have seen it. I just remember the scene of like him in the car, like clicking through like stuff, and it was like people running.
Oh, yeah.
Or some shit, something like that. Anyways, those were the last of the questions.
So, okay, so we have an extra sweater left over. It's a size small, and Jackie and I are trying to give it away to one person. So what we're gonna do is have you guys leave a review on Apple Podcast, and we're gonna let those like just you have 3 days to leave a review. So from you have Thursday, Friday, and then Saturday. We're gonna close it at Saturday at 5. Are we gonna know like the exact time? That's like what
Not
worries
really.
me.
Honestly, it'll just be like Saturday
All day
night.
Saturday.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll just close it Saturday night.
So you have 3 days to leave a review, and then we'll pick one person out of the reviews, and then yeah.
And then they're going to be the winner is going to be announced on Thursday for the following episode. So you guys will know. And yeah, we're really excited. So is there anything else? I'm fighting demons right now.
Yeah, we're gonna be releasing stickers too.
Oh,
That's gonna be we're already December by this point. Then we're in the second.
Yep,
So
yep.
hopefully they'll be up tomorrow on Friday,
yeah, that would be really cool.
and then we'll
Yeah,
try to
for
get them
sure.
everything sent out for Christmas. Hopefully.
Yeah. It would be a really, really fun stocking stuffer, I think. And we're really excited. See, this is an idea that I had a while ago about when I told you that I wanted to make a sticker for every title of the episodes that we have, and kind of have it be like a little collectible thing where you
That'd
can
be
collect them
fire.
all, and I think that would be really fun. But yeah, I'm really excited. This is a nice little holiday pack. So, like I said, good stocking stuffer.
So when are we gonna start when do you want to start that in January?
What?
Like the sticker for every title.
We could. We could. We wouldn't do like a lot. We would do like maybe a 3-pack. So they move quickly because there's a fuck ton. There's like
We gotta
70
catch
now.
up. Yeah.
Yeah. But I think it'd be really cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, thanks guys so much. We'll see you guys next week.